All right, students, good afternoon. So far, we have been discussing chapter 6 triangles, similarity of triangles, theorem number 6.1, that is fundamental theorem, and then 6.2, which is converse of theorem 6.1. All right, now let's do a few examples based on that. These riders, okay, on geometry, triangles, they are not so difficult. Let's attempt a few of them. Okay, now let's see. For example, the first one says that there is a triangle here. Okay, let us suppose this is your triangle ABC. This is triangle ABC, and there is a line which intersects side AB in point D and side AC in point E, and this line is parallel. This line DE is parallel to BC. And what are we given? Let us see. First of all, let us write down what is given. Given, okay, DE is parallel to BC in the figure. Okay, in this figure, DE is parallel to BC. Also, we are supposed to prove that AD upon AB, AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC, AE upon AC. Okay, now we shall write the proof. Alright, once again, in a line L intersects sides AB and AC of triangle ABC in points D and E. Let us suppose this is your line L. Okay, it intersects AB in point D and AC in point E. Alright, so line L is line DE and it is parallel to BC. We want to prove that AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC. Alright, when you write, this is the way to write. Always the diagram first, given, to prove that, and proof. Now when you write the proof, start with what is given. Okay, DE is parallel to BC in the given figure. In the figure, okay, this is given to us. In the figure, this is given. You can write in bracket given. All right, now D lies between A and B. That means this is what I can write, ADB. Okay, D lies between A and B, and E lies between A and C, AEC. Okay, therefore, by theorem 6.1, which is fundamental theorem of equal proportions, AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. This is by fundamental theorem of equal proportions. AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. Now, therefore, if I make both of them inverse, I get BD upon AD is equal to EC upon, okay, AE upon EC. Instead of that, an EC upon AE. I have just made it upside down. This is called invertendo. Invertendo. Invertendo means inversing both the sides of the equation. This is the equality sign. Both the sides you make it inverse. That is called invertendo. Alright, this is by invertendo. Now if I add, okay, BD upon AD plus 1. I am adding 1 on both the sides of the equality. Okay, I am adding 1. I have done nothing else. I have simply added 1. So if I add 1, I get BD plus AD upon AD is equal to EC plus AE upon AE. Alright. Now BD plus AD. BD plus AD means AD upon AD. EC plus AE. EC plus AE is AC upon AE. Now again apply invertendo. So I get AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC. Now look what is required for proof. AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC. That is what was required. Okay, this is what invertendo again. by invertendo, we get the required result. So you can see this is a very simple, easy proof. There is nothing difficult about this. All right. Once again, that by theorem, we are using theorem 6.1, which you have learned, theorem of fundamental theorem of equal proportion. In your triangle ABC, okay, in triangle ABC, D lies between A and B, E lies between A and C, line L passes through DE, okay, and this is line DE and line L are the same lines, parallel to BC. Apply fundamental theorem of equal proportion, you get AD upon BB is equal to AE upon EC. Make it inverse, invertendo, then add 1, take LCM, and you get the required result. These are very easy proofs. Okay, let us take a second one. Supposing this is a trapezium. Okay, trapezium ABCD. This is a trapezium ABCD, in which AB, remember a trapezium is not a parallelogram. A trapezium is a four-sided figure in which only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. In this trapezium, AB is parallel to CD. AD and BC are called non-parallel sides, and on the non-parallel sides there are 2 points, E and F, this way, such that EF is parallel to AB. All right, so what are we given here? Given in trapezium trapezium ABCD. All right, in trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to CD, this is given. All right, and EF is another line segment which is parallel to AB, this is also given. All right, and we are supposed to prove that now what are we supposed to prove? We are supposed to prove that AE upon DE, see this, AE upon DE is equal to BF upon CF, is equal to BF upon CF. This is what is required to be proved. Look at the figure. Okay, trapezium ABCD, one pair of opposite sides are parallel, AB parallel to CD. E is a point on AD, F is a point on BC, such that EF is parallel to AB. We want to prove that AE upon ED is equal to BF upon CF. Once again, proof. Okay, always follow this pattern. When you solve riders in geometry, this is the way to solve them. All right, begin with what is given. In trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to CD. Now this is a fact which is given. Okay, so I am writing given. Now also we are given also EF is parallel to AB. This is also given. Now if you combine these two facts, okay, therefore you get AB parallel to EF and parallel to CD. All three are parallel to each other, all the three sides. Okay, and what do we know about E? E belongs to which line segment? AD. That means therefore A dash E dash D. That means E lies between A and D. Also, okay, the other fact is F belongs to BC. Therefore B dash F dash C. All right. E lies between A and D, F lies between B and C. When you write the proof, you must write as much information as possible. Otherwise, you can finish it in short, but there is no need to do that. Okay, make sure that you get full marks, 4 marks for it, because you have to write in detail. All right. Now, join these points. You see, I'm joining these points A and C. Okay, so I get triangle ABC. Let this point be point M. All right. Now in triangle ADC, you can see EM will be parallel to CD. EM parallel to CD. Okay. Therefore, by theorem 6.1, you can apply fundamental theorem 6.1. AE upon ED, AE upon ED is equal to AM upon CM. Okay, AE upon EB is equal to AM upon CM. Let this be result 1. In triangle ABC, the upper triangle, in triangle ABC, what is parallel? MF is parallel to AB. MF is parallel to AB. If MF is parallel to AB, again by fundamental theorem, therefore by fundamental theorem. See how important it is to write as much detail as possible. By fundamental theorem or by fundamental theorem 6.1. 6.1 is called the fundamental theorem. By that I get AM upon CM. AM upon CM is equal to BF upon CF. BF upon CF. Result number 2. Now you can see result number 1 and result number 2. If you combine both the results from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, both the results, you can see AM upon CM is equal to this. AM upon CM is also equal to this. So both, therefore, AE upon ED is equal to BF upon CF. This is the required result. Okay. Prove that AE upon DE is equal to BF upon CF, the required result. You can see both of the writers. The way you present it is important. It's important to write the diagram first, then the given from the question to prove that, and proof. When you write the proof, begin with what is given and then slowly lay out all the matters. Okay, but try to write as much detail as possible. These are very short problems. Sometimes you may get longer problems also, but you must try and write as much detail as possible in the proof. All right, let's do a couple of more questions. All right, see, there is a triangle ABC. Question number 3. Let us see. Question 3. In triangle PQR, let us suppose this is your triangle PQR. Okay, this is triangle P, Q, and R. And I've got ST out here. S lies between P and Q, T is the point between P and R. This angle, that is PST, is equal to angle R. This is given. Alright, so what is given to us? First of all, we write down what is given according to the question. Alright, what is given? That in the figure, okay, we are given that angle PST is equal to, okay, actually angles are always congruent. Angle PST is congruent to angle PRQ, which are marked. Okay, and we are given one more thing. We are given that PS upon SQ is equal to PT upon TR. This much is given to us. And what are we supposed to prove? To prove that triangle PQR, okay, is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. Now, what is an isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is a triangle in which any two sides are equal. So if I can prove two sides equal in this triangle PQR, then triangle PQR is an isosceles triangle. The point is, how do I prove two sides equal? Okay, now let us see the proof. Again, start with what is given. Okay, in the figure, that is the given figure. In the figure, what are we given? Angle PST is congruent to angle PRQ. This is given. Okay, this is given to us. Also, you can see that PS upon SQ is equal to PT upon TR. This is given. Again, it is given to us. Now, if this fact is given, that means by theorem 6.2, which is actually converse of theorem 6.1, fundamental theorem. So if here these sides are in proportion, therefore you can say that ST must be parallel to QR. This ST must be parallel to QR. Okay, and therefore you can say angle PST is congruent to angle PQR. Okay, PQR. I'm marking this. Again, this angle will be equal to this angle. Why? Because they are corresponding angles. Why are they corresponding angles? When two parallel lines are intersected by a triangle, pairs of corresponding sides are equal. Two parallel lines, you got one line, second line, okay? ST is parallel to QR and PQ is the transversal. So this forms dots. These two dots, they are two corresponding angles. But this angle is also equal to this. This is given to us, okay? And therefore you can say angle Q and angle R are equal, okay? So here let us suppose this is result number 1 and this is your result number 2, okay? If you combine result 1 and 2, therefore from 1 and 2, from 1 and result number 2, you can say that angle PQR is congruent to angle PRQ in triangle PQR. Two angles are congruent. In a triangle, when two angles are congruent, opposite sides are also congruent. Therefore, you can say that side PQ is congruent to side PR. Side PQ is congruent to side PR, and therefore triangle PQR is isosceles. Is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so you can see once again, very simple, straightforward question. But what you must understand is that it must be presented properly. The proof must be written in a proper manner. All right. Now let us take another slightly different, where some calculations are involved. Okay. Let us suppose I have got a figure ABC like this. Figure ABC, a triangle ABC, in which DE is parallel to BC, all right, and this is 1.5 centimeters, this is 1 centimeter, then this is 3 centimeters, and this you want to find out, question mark. Okay, so now see here, DE is parallel to BC, therefore by theorem 6.1, fundamental theorem, by theorem 6.1, I get AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. Alright, AD is 1.5, BD is 3, AE is 1, and therefore EC we want to find out, and therefore EC will be equal to 3 upon 1.5, or EC will be equal to 1.5 2s are, so this is 2, so EC will be equal to 2 centimeter. Now supposing you are asked AC also, you are asked AC, then you will get AC is equal to AE plus EC. Now AE is given as 1, EC is 2, 1 plus 2, 3 centimeters. Alright, let us take another case. You are given triangle ABC, a similar figure. Okay, triangle ABC and DE this way, DE, alright, and we are given this as 1.8 centimeters, this as 5.4 centimeters, and this as 7.2 centimeters. Now you are supposed to find AB. Okay, you want to find AB, so for finding AD you must find AB first. So DE is parallel to BC, therefore by fundamental theorem, that is by theorem 6.1, I can say AD upon BD is equal to AE upon EC. Alright, so now AD is what? AD we don't know. Alright, here AD, let us find first AD. AD upon BD. BD is 7.2. Alright, AE is 1.8 and EC is 5.4. So therefore AD will be equal to 1.8 upon 5.4 into 7.2. So AD will be equal to 18 3s are 54, that is 7.2 upon 3, and AD will be equal to 2.4. Now you want to find, supposing you want to find AB. AB will be equal to AD plus BD. Alright. So AB will be equal to AD. We have found 2.4. BD was given as 7.2. So that is equal to 9.6. Now you can see these questions are not difficult at all. They're quite easy. Okay. All it takes is a little bit of effort. Alright. Now there are certain questions which I'm going to do tomorrow. Few more questions, because these questions are important, but I don't want to burden you with too much. Okay. I want you to understand that these questions are easy, but take it one at a time. Today make sure you repeat them again. Okay. Don't be in a hurry. Geometry takes a little time. Okay. That's it for today. Have a nice day. Take care and stay safe.